motivations like after that? You fought back pretty hard.
We did, yeah. Played with spirit today, didn't we? So started better, which I didn't really talk about a lot this week. I thought our backs held us together early, and then it was a normal game of footy that had moments and momentum and unlucky decisions and lucky decisions, and found ourselves in front and then found ourselves behind. So, second half were a lot better at pressure. And it's really hard to put pressure on Essendon. They use the ball well. The uncontested game can take hold of you. So I think we got over 180 in the second half. I don't know what 180 means, but I think it's high. Well, it's average, but it's hard to get that against the Bombers. I do know what it means, by the way. But, we stayed connected and we nearly won it.
Yeah, you dominated that second half, really. Is it sort of a missed opportunity, you think?
Oh, it's a missed opportunity, yeah, absolutely. No doubt about that. We hit the front with minute 40 to go. So we haven't been in that position a lot for a long time. So we'll learn from a coaching point of view as well. It was just good to be in the game 2 weeks in a row. Guys really fighting hard for the victory, and unfortunately we couldn't ice it.
Is it sort of a situation where you, like you say, you haven't been in that situation for many times, and you sort of find yourself, well, what do we kind of do now?
No, it's not that bad. No, we went to the right things. Those situations, you often preempt before it happens. So I think we had all those discussions. If we hit the front, what should we do? If we lose the lead, what should we do? So we did all those moves, and we could have done some different things really late, maybe put extra behind the play. They would have equalised it anyway, could have manipulated a few different things, but I don't think we'll review the last play of the day as much as that cost us the game. We'll look at more how we got back into the game, and our younger players got to experience almost a really, really good victory, but they'll take a lot from it.
And I guess you found yourself 5 goals down early in the third, and given the season event, you could have easily had it happening, but for the boys to really fire back and dig deep, that's been really pleasing for them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've had 6-day break travel. We haven't won many last quarters. So, early in the third, they kicked the first, I think, out of the middle. Our leaders really did a good job today. And then our young guys, I think, they're starting to get that belief that they're part of our team, and the spirit they bring and energy they bring during the week. I'm starting to see on game day, and Ryan kicking that goal to put us in front. Some special efforts from a lot of our players, but our younger players were part of that.
Do you feel as if you've turned the corner since that game against Sydney? Because it seems to be a lot more competitive performances since that.
It was a pretty big corner to turn, wasn't it? We probably coached a little bit differently as well. I mean, we were chasing something that's probably out of our reach. So we've been a little bit more strategic to try and mitigate some things. And then our players are just got more exposure to the modern game. Like the game's, that has changed. And adapting to that for our older guys and teaching it for our younger guys is slowly getting better. But we're nowhere near the finished product. So nothing will change what we do, but it's good to be competitive for a few weeks.
It looked like the game you said no to something. Was that the spare man behind the ball? What was that sort of?
I can't remember, but I was on the bench all day today, so I was communicating all day, so I can't remember.
Obviously, it's been, personally as well, I'm sure it's been an incredibly tough season for yourself, but the last couple of games, does that sort of almost give you that spark that there is something here, and gives you a bit more, I guess, hope for the future for yourself and coaching the team, that sort of thing?
I've always got hope. It's been a pretty heavy couple of years and couple of weeks, but I haven't really. I don't know. We're on a journey. I've said this is going to get so boring. We're on a long-term journey, and it's going to take a long time. And we're going to get days where we're going to get touched up, and there's going to be days we're going to be really competitive and win. The last couple of weeks, we've seen some growth. That doesn't mean it's going to happen next week. We've got a lot of work to do. Can't really deviate just because we have some bad losses or good wins, and trying to separate the media and what that brings to me and the club to what we're trying to do during the week. It's just sort of separate. So keep the Wolves at bay for a little bit longer, but it doesn't really change what we do.
Sam Mitchell said last week maybe a couple of weeks ago after Hawthorn lost a close one, that they hadn't done much work on that sort of
Yep.
tight finishes because they've got a lot of other things to do. Has that been
Yeah,
the case?
I think I might have. I think you copied me, Sam. I reckon I said that in my press conference on Thursday that we actually haven't trained 2 minute to go up or down. We've trained fundamentals and contest method, craft. We've been training that. So we reviewed last week how we held on to the lead because we did have a tight game last week and went through some things. It was a different scenario. It was a stoppage, clearance, bang, bang, goal. So, yeah, structurally maybe, but yeah, I thought we'll review on what we did to get the lead this week, which was great because last week we had to hold on.
How much can those young guys learn from those nervous moments, going forward and into the future?
Oh yeah, well, that's look at the midfield today. We probably had 3 or 4 guys who are under 15 games experience. So even Luke Edwards, Elijah Hewitt, Hoff, those guys, Chesser, they're all 19, 20. So give them another 20, 30, 40 games, and there should be a good combination and some really good spirit amongst that young group.
Yeah, Andrew Gaff's kind of come back since he made him a sub a few weeks ago.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a different look, an outlook on things, and he took it the right way. I think there was questions on why we made him the sub. It just broke up his week to a certain degree. I don't know if it gave him any relief with the pressure of what he was feeling, but yeah, he just works too hard not to succeed. So yeah, he's I'm not surprised at all. I don't know how he went today, but his last 3 or 4 weeks have been back to where we normally see him.
And McGovern obviously showed just, when he actually gets a run at it, how much he can bring to the table on one of the best forwards in the comp.
Yeah, got beaten a couple of times, but for the most part, we've missed some of the senior, Elliot Yeo as well, and obviously we've been down on our senior experienced players, and it's no excuse for what we've done in terms of how we've performed, but we're a better side when they're in it, absolutely, and our younger players will grow with Gov in the side.
Got through unscathed today?
I'm not sure. A few guys come off sore. A few crook guys that played out the game really well. So, yeah, we made a sub late and it wasn't through injury.
Dom Sheet, I know it was only a few days ago you announced the hotspot. Do you have any sort of update with him?
No, we'll get it scanned again in a week or two, and if he's had a miracle recovery, we'll play him. I think he's keen to play in the Shannon Hearn games, but yeah, barring a miracle, he's probably done. But I promised him we'd hold out and see how it looks in a couple of weeks.
With Shannon Hearn more than likely back next week for the Derby, is Elliot Yeo at all at a fitness level where he could pinch hit in the midfield in the coming weeks?
Don't know. I have to decompress from today. Probably played a few too many minutes that he should have today, so might have abused the system a bit from our fitness guys. But he was pretty important late, Yowie, so I don't regret it.